Hey, yo, buddy. Adapt Unpaid. This is my new victim, my promising new recruit. The twinkle in your eyes and spring in your step simply shout out to me. I am ready for my first assignment, Mr. Deputy Moogle, sir. Do I hear you correctly, Kupo? Of course I do. Well, this is your lucky day, for I've picked out what should prove the perfect task to start off your training. To wit, I have here in my paws a letter that needs delivering to Badron, proprietor of the Browning Wench. A simple task, you say? Perhaps and perhaps not, for a delivery Moogle task does not end with handing over a piece of parchment. No, the conscientious carrier lends his ear to the address and sees the job through until his customers is happier for what has been received. Being accomplished and inimitable visible adventurer that you are, I suspect that your clients will be even more eager to enlist your services than they would with an elusive Moogle like myself. Consider this an honor and a privilege, Kupo. As one in charge of your training, I shall wait here for the word of your success. You will succeed, won't you, Kupo? Why wouldn't I? Oh wait, this is Baderon. I thought it was Buscaron. I mistook them. Let's go to Baderon then. And now here's a face that always warns me art, so let's see. Ever a shining example to all it would be heroes and heroines in those arms, eh? Have a letter from me, you say? Get it. Would have figured that I have more pressing tasks on your plate than playing messenger boy, but who am I to... What's this? Ah, bugger me. Of all times I'm show up. Hate to burden you, but I'd be much obliged if you could help me with a simple task. I knew I could count on you. Aye, the moment I saw your face, I knew the navigator guided back for a reason. A reason to help me settle a score with an old acquaintance of mine. Aye, the man's worked quite a bill, and it's past time for a reckoning. You're to find the bastard and bring me here to Badron. I trust you at that, eh? You'll find him out in the middle of Lanosia, a rugged fellow of this imposing stature and less imposing brains, like as not up to a trouble of some sort. Oh, and speak with Georgia before you set out. She's prepared the perfect welcome gift for my dear old mate. Hey, Georgia. So you're the adventurer going out to greet our guest of honor, are you? Badron hasn't told me much about the man, but his stylish gaze speaks volume. As you know, Badron was an accomplished sellsword in his younger days. Made his share of friends and more than his shares of foes, and the latter are none too shy about bringing trouble onto the premises. A rugged fellow in the middle of Lanosia, was it? Ah, but I pry no further. One thing I've learned in my time here is not to poke my nose in disputes that don't involve me. Here's the gift Badron asked me to prepare. I trust that will serve you well. Middle Lanosia? Alright. Who are we looking for here? There you are. Quit your cowering. You ain't looking to steal nothing. Just be wanted to ship. To a moon ship, that's all. A big ship, an adventure, thank the gods. This brute means to rob me of my livelihood. You must stop him. Who was... Alright, you're asking for... What? Your godsend, friend. I tell you, that brute is menace to honest merchants everywhere. You'll find him and bring him to justice, yes? I guess so. Let's see. What do we have here, buddy? Have mercy, man. I didn't mean the little man no harm. I just had a few too many. Ugh. And old fool's patrons. You ain't that rich, haha. I'm the best blooded man the old bastards ever know, whether or not he's willing to admit it. Are you then? Name is Stalson. I sell swords of some reputation myself, though more of me prowess with a flagon of ale than the spear in my bag. No, you're not seeing me blaming Badron nor you. Of course, for the saga welcome. I dare say I earned it on my last trip on the wench. As a matter of fact, I've even brought Badron a small token of apology. Just me on way of saying sorry for all the trouble I've stirred up at. Well, bugger me to the 7th hell and back again. I left a bloody bag at Mummer's Ford Arms, was it? Forgive me, lad, my memory is still a bit hazy. I'd go back and search myself, but in addition to not knowing quite where I came from, I still feel in touch queasy. Be a good lad and retrace my stats for me, will you? With your luck, the fellow there, damned if I can remember his name, is keeping my belongings safe and sound. Alright. Oh, you again. Oh, yo, Lucen. Quite a busy lad these days. If the tales I heard are true, I mean, a mule has respited from the road. Name it and he's yours. That bloody drunkard? Of course I remember him. How could I not? Left his mark all over my beating floor. The bedding and floor. And this after I went out of my way to furnish his room with a proper spitting box. His belongings? I had my hands plenty full clearing up his foul spill. If he left anything else behind, like as not it's still here. You're more than welcome to explore, though I suggest to watch your step and hold your nose, particularly if you have just eaten. Ugh. Thankfully there isn't anything graphical here. Alright. Back are you? It happened upon my belonging mayhap. Just a small snatch, nothing too fancy. Bloody brilliant. Aye. From the moment you doused me with that the hack white stuff, I knew it made myself a friend. Don't know about you, but after all my troubles today, I've woke up quite a thirst. What say you join me in the wench? First spins on the bedroom. Alright, I can only wonder what's gonna happen in here. Those guys are supposedly friends, but I don't know. Welcome back, Rusey. You've my apologies for getting me mixed up in the dealings of a couple of sellswords. I have a pint of the finest. And regardless of what I might have told you, Teal's wine paying for all the comers tonight, including yours truly. I have not changed a whit, Padron. You've not changed a whit, Padron. Still a tanklish bloody bastard. Thankless? Me? Says the insufferable sot who won't be content till he drinks its so-called best made out of the Isles of Nome. Mark my words, Stilson, if you conveniently forget to pay your tab this time I'll hunt you to the 7th hell. Pedro acts all tough, but trust me, just a moment ago he was going on about how happy he was to hear you were safe. Here, this one's on the house, and here is your favorite. Ah ha ha ha. You needn't worry, Lash. Hold this one, your mate's got laid back. Going soft if you ask me. Why, back in our day, you couldn't call yourself friend to Badron until she drowned still on you at least twice. Then I shall consider myself fortunate that we only became acquaintances more recently. But do tell, good sir, what is the story behind those coins? The remnants of some hidden treasure, mayhap. Treasure? Ah ha ha. You and I both wish, Lashy. I fear it's really sure more than a memento of days long past, and are not too loud to remember. Back when Pedro and myself were still behind in years, a grizzly old veteran, at least we looked grisly at a couple young pups like us, took a liking of us, took us under his wing as it were. It was a kindness in days when kindness was hard to come by. Carry with these your coins she did. The face of the ship nurse said that the fire gates are watching over and was to keep believing where all the sod's mages had the tendency to end up dead, or worse. Chanced upon him a fort for Fago on its deathbed, the poor bastard. Said he'd lived a good life, but his luck had finally run its course. Didn't have much to leave behind, save for his lucky coins. Coins he wanted to leave a couple of not-so-young pups. They might enjoy life as long as it's...
A touching tale indeed. Now perhaps you can answer a long-held question of mine, good sir. Why ever would a sellsword as renowned as Baderon forsake his blade for the life of a glorified barkeep?
You have not heard the story. Mind you, a detail or two might have slipped from your memory, but I'll give it a try. 'Twas 20 years ago, the thereabouts, with the realm finally at peace, or something resembling it, a great mercenary captain had a plan. This man, a living legend, if ever there is one, brought all the sellswords here itching for a new fight under one roof. So it was that the Adventurers Guild was born, and there were no shortage of eager applicants. Everyone and their uncle was looking to be an adventurer, save for one young boy, the son of the very man that founded it. This boy wanted only one thing, to follow his father's footsteps and make his name as the greatest sellsword who ever walked around. Did the boy give up his dream? Yeah, he'd reckon. He already achieved it. Can't say for sure, Lassie. Only that the boy is now a man, and the man stands behind the counter at Adventurers Guild, dispensing advice to young glory seekers like Rilse here, and a ale-drunk old man like myself.
Is this true? Why, that would mean Baderon's father is none other than...
I pay you to wipe the tables, not to wag your bloody tongue. Now get back to work before I throw it back out in the gutter where I found it.
Yeah, just when things were starting to get interesting.
And with that, Baderon used Bashamil away. Spend any more time around that lovely lass, and this lovely old sellsword has got to get jealous. Besides, if I empty your cask today, that will drink me on the next visit. Walk away with your legs still hold it bleeding off. And come back any time for a pint of my finest. I'll see you dumped right over your fat head. I hate this pirate speaking. I can't understand very well. I still don't get if Baderon was like the guy who was friends with this guy or not, or his father was, because the person who founded the Adventurers Guild was not Baderon, was his father, but I don't see the point in telling that, I guess. I don't know. It got a little bit confusing, to be honest. If it isn't my dutiful assistant, I trust you fared well in your first assignment. Do tell me all about it, Kupo. Why, don't you say, Baderon has never been an easy customer to please. Why, he nigh pulled out of me whiskers at the time I dropped a letter in a flagon of ale. But it sounds like you've made a fabulous first impression. As your senior, I couldn't be more pleased with your effort, and with myself for having discovered such a talented new recruit, Kupo. But this is no time to rest on laurels, oh no, for each day brings new letters. The deliveries that await will take you even further afield. I dare say you might encounter clients who will make old Baderon look like a cuddly chocobo. But it's all day's work for my able assistant, yes? When you're looking for your next assignment, you know where to find me, Kupo. Whatever. We got it. We're gonna level up? Yay! Leveled up.